noise. All right, our audio should be coming in now. You good, Soups?
Yep, I hear you. I'm just still spreading links.
Cool. All right.
Almost. Should
To the three people that are currently in the building with us right now, thank you guys for being here. All right. Okay, it's been fucking 3 weeks. So forgive me if I forget my intro for a minute. Hang on. Oh my God. What's going on, viewers? Gracious host Kaine Walker back with another episode of the Monkey Paw, episode 46, where we document the downfall of mainstream Western entertainment. I'm joined by my co-host Soups. How you doing tonight, bro?
doing all right in light of the events we're about to talk about.
Yeah. So I was actually messed up for like 2 weeks behind this. I missed 2 episodes of the Monkey's Paw by accident. That definitely had something to do with it, but I could have been a little bit more diligent. I was working on other stuff too, though. Speaking of which, y'all saw me drop the Devil May Cry 4 review, and you saw that it got blocked worldwide. I'm in a dispute with Netflix over getting the video back up. In 48 hours, the video will be available for viewing, but then I'm going to have to really think about whether or not I want to try and appeal it, because I literally never win those. They don't give a shit about fair use. They don't care. So, like, I'm going to demonstrate that in the video as well, because no sane human being will look at that video and say that it's piracy. Like, nobody. It's complete bullshit. Like, they're claiming parts of the video where I clearly voice over and edit over everything and add music. It's clear and obvious abuse of the copyright system, but I'll show it for everybody. And then I'm going to start recording it's not really going to be a review of Soul Cage because I did not finish the book, but I'm going to explain why I did not finish the book. So, yeah. Anyway, Soups, is there anything you wanted to add before we get into our first topic of the night?
Nah, go ahead.
All right. Without further ado, I'm going to get us in to our first topic of the night, but I'm going to preface this first. About, I would say 3 weeks ago, there was a tragic event that happened on the 10th of, wait, hang on. Was it the 10th of? Yeah, it was the 10th of September.
September.
Yeah, and that would be the murder of Charlie Kirk. Unfortunately, for the past 3 weeks, that's really been the only thing to be in the news cycle, really. There's really been nothing else, honestly. So everything, I was really trying to avoid talking about this, but then I decided that I would talk about it because, as I always say, politics and pop culture are married now. Not that we want it to be, but it just is. It's how it is right now. I can't avoid, like, they've made it impossible to avoid political topics. And seeing as famous creators from well-known IPs are celebrating the death of this man, we get to examine that behavior firsthand tonight. So let me go ahead and bring up our first topic. Quit fucking jawboning. All right. Oh, maybe not. Aha. That's what I get. All right, hang on. It's not even captured. There we go. All right, first topic.
Oh my.
This is going to be from Time Magazine. CEOs of Reddit and Twitch called to testify to Congress on radicalization in the wake of the Charlie Kirk killing. The CEOs of several major online social platforms have been invited to testify before Congress about the potential for radicalization on online forums following the killing of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. I do want to put out that I literally don't know shit about Charlie Kirk. Outside of like clips I have seen, I didn't pay very close attention to him. I barely knew of his work. But seeing that video, it really did bother the shit out of me. Like, it deeply affected me. Cause like it was essentially like I saw a man die like right in front of me. That's what it felt like, at least. Like it was very intense. You know, before it was grief, and then I saw people celebrating his death, and then I just got really, 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 really pissed. It was disgusting behavior. I did not enjoy it at all. I was not in a good place after witnessing that in particular. It felt criminal. I don't know how to describe it.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, hang on. That was the type of emotion I channel for like horror scenes. But go ahead.
Just wanted to say, you said it felt criminal. That is, they half that nearly half the country reacted to seeing him die in live, like in full view of his own family and the
Raw,
American people.
uncensored footage, dude.
It's filthy. It's shocking. To many it was. I mean, even to me to some extent. I mean, saw how nasty people got when Trump almost got killed on live the first time around.
Yeah, but
But
luckily,
this was worse. This was arguably worse.
yeah, this was definitely worse because Charlie Kirk's not even a political figure. He's a commentator. That's it. Like the only thing he did was respectfully disagree with people on college campuses. That's it. That's all he did. He doesn't run for office. He's not in any congressional seat.
Did.
He's not a chairman, president. He's nothing in that vein of politics. So why are they so happy? You know? We know why, but you know what I mean. Go ahead.
It's like, aside from debating college kids for a living, yeah, he made friends with people in politics, but that was just because, like, it's because he genuinely believed in the said people he was like endorsing, like Donald Trump, or you just wanted to have conversations with people like Tucker Carlson or Alex Jones, and just everybody, like anyone generally right wing that was willing to talk, he would talk to them. And he would also talk to college kids which were left leaning. Yeah. So an influence. He just wasn't running for office, but he had an influence because of how much work he put into what he did.
Yeah, he had influence for sure.
And among the other commentators, like the Ben Shapiro types or whatever, he was the nicest one of the bunch. Like legit the nicest one.
I hear
the most moderate as you could have gotten.
Yeah, I hear his opinions were like very, like they've been described as like milk toast. Again, I don't know shit about his opinions. I don't know anything about. I know nothing about his opinions. I don't know, but that's what I've heard.
Okay, well, in my case, I used to watch him when I was like a few years back. I was watching him pretty frequently, and it was mostly mostly just common sense type of stuff, just nothing too controversial. He didn't. There were stuff he said that I didn't agree with for a while, but then
yeah,
he kind of.
I heard that too. I heard he had some
not walked them back. But
people didn't agree with. Go ahead.
yeah, like even like opinions among like people right leaning didn't agree with him on too.
Mm-hmm.
He's at least genuine and open minded about his opinions.
Yeah.
So call him milk toast, but at least it sounded genuine coming from him, you know?
I mean, yeah, but now we know that half the country isn't interested in debate. They're interested in drawing blood from their supposed political opponents. So there is that. I want to continue on with the article. Maybe we'll spur off into another discussion about the country's division after the death of Charlie Kirk and what it means, what it represents, why it's so disgusting that they would celebrate the death of a family man. But I digress. Let's go ahead and continue. James Comer, chairman of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, invited heads of Discord, Steam, Twitch, and Reddit to testify after authorities revealed that Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old suspected of killing Kirk, was said to have been influenced by the dark corners of the internet, whatever the fuck that means. The Oversight Committee said it would examine the radicalization of online forums users, including instances of open incitement to commit politically motivated acts on specific platforms, according to a congressional press release. And we're going to stop right here to bitch some more. Right. So, like, first of all, define radicalization. You know what I mean? They throw that word around a lot. And nowadays, saying that there's no such thing as trans kids and what else? What else non-controversial opinion do they not like? Fucking the definition of a woman, like the real scientific one. Yeah, that's radical. Kids shouldn't be learning about sexuality in fucking third grade. Apparently that's radical. Drag queen story time shouldn't be a thing that kids are exposed to. That's radical. Like, define radical. What does that fucking mean coming from them? You know what I mean?
Trying to close the border is a radical take apparently these days.
Like, the Overton window has shifted to such a degree where completely normal, non-controversial opinions are now deemed radical, to the point where anything common sense is right wing. Literally anything. To the point where gym culture and caring about your health is right wing extremism. Like, this shit is insane, right? Like, what does this mean? Like, I need them to give me stringent, defined terms on what they mean by radicalization, because people like Hassan Piker get to wish for the death of politicians and all manner of people he disagrees with out in the open, and only gets slaps on the fucking wrist from the people he's partnered with over at Twitch. So if we want to talk about incitements of violence and incitement to commit politically motivated acts of violence, how about we start there with the loudest voices that are on the other side of the fucking aisle, right? Because last time I checked, and we might as well just rip the lid off this bitch, because they don't want us to talk about pop culture, clearly. Last time I checked, the clearest and most dominant and most numerous examples of political violence have been coming from the left. It has not been coming from the right. That's a fact. Who started Chaz Chop?
You mentioned Hassan Piker also.
Who started Chaz Chop? Who started the Summer of fucking Love? Who was committing fiery but mostly peaceful acts of fucking arson? Who the fuck was doing that shit? Who was getting released from jails to do it all over again? Go ahead.
We're throwing Hassan Piker's name. You mentioned Hassan Piker. I want to throw Destiny's name in there because I've seen clips where he was legit. His version, his what gets to me is his so-called solution to the problem is just essentially just strong-arming conservatives to kowtow to his views and his laws and what he wants.
Destiny's brain is
That'll
fucking
stop the political
deteriorating, bro.
violence.
He has
Once,
brain worms, bro.
he
Confirmed. I'm
wants you to be
convinced.
afraid. Wants you to be afraid of getting shot for daring to speak out.
Yeah, he wants a blue scare,
Holy
apparently.
shit, man.
Yeah, that's insane. The act of speaking out against the dominant culture is worthy of a death sentence. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Even coming from him.
You
What
shouldn't
else
be
did they
too
say?
surprised that he's still is the same guy who threw shade at the firefighter who got shot protecting his family at Trump's assassination attempt.
Yeah, he caught the
He still hasn't
shot. Yeah. Yeah, he said that God deserved it. Did he not?
like it's gone. Essentially, yeah, for being at the rally, essentially.
Okay, yeah, that's fucking disgusting. Okay, I'm gonna reread this quote and continue on with the article some more. It's just funny to me how Congress is suddenly interested in it after, like after someone dies, right? Not sooner. Like, because I mean, the thing that's weird to me is that they're not pinpointing the political affiliation of the person that committed it. They seem that they usually only do this if they can try and make it seem like someone on the right did it. You know what I mean?
As to what the bullshit lie the media was trying to say about the guy who killed Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, they were trying to cover up. They were trying to cover up the fact that he was left leaning. Yeah.
Yeah. And also trying to cover up the fact that it was the college system that radicalized them. If we're gonna use that.
Oh, academia? Yeah. Radicalized them, yeah.
The academia.
Yeah, that word is fucking, because radicalization definitely exists. Obviously, it's a matter of perspective, but still, you know what I mean? It exists. The problem is people on that side dilute the fuck out of language to the point where it's worthless. They destroy it. That's why certain words don't have the same potency they once did, because they just fucking abuse them to the point where it's a joke. But anyway, enough rambling. There will be more, but I'm going to reread this, and then we're going to continue on with this article. The politically motivated assassination of Charlie Kirk claimed the life of a husband, father, and American patriot. In the wake of his tragedy and amid other acts of politically motivated violence, Congress has a duty to oversee the online platforms that radicals have used to advance political violence, said Rep. Comer, a Republican from Kentucky. The FBI is currently investigating the involvement of a lot more than 20 users who participated in a Discord chat with Robinson before Kirk's shooting, according to FBI Director Kash Patel, who spoke in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee on Tuesday.
Patel.
Yeah, Cash or Kate? I don't know how to pronounce that, bro. I'm going to say Cash. I'm just going to say
cash, like your money, cash.
Yeah, I said Cash. I said that. But anyway, right? I want to stop here again. I'm sorry I'm stopping so much, but I want to know where this leads. You know what I mean? Like the FBI investigating online forums where people gathered to engage in fucking free speech, right? I get, where does that lead? Because there's going to be some people inciting political violence or motivating others to commit political violence. What does that mean for spaces that aren't doing that? Like, what if other spaces get caught in the crossfire because they're trying to overcorrect for crazy, right? Like, you can't outlaw crazy. If they don't do it on Discord, they're going to do it somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to figure out how this is going to play out. Like, what are they going to do in response to it? Are they just going to are they just going to monitor it, or do they plan on doing the fucking I'm the government and I'm here to help shit? Food for thought. All right. Utah Governor Spencer Cox said over the weekend that Robinson's friends had told investigators that he was involved in dark places of the internet and Reddit culture, which was indicated by obscure messages inscribed on bullet casings recovered by authorities. Interesting point about those bullet casings. Time magazine has reported that is true. Meanwhile, Destiny, during an interview with Piers Morgan, vehemently disagreed that this was the case. He denied it. Just wanted to point that out.
What is the point?
Go ahead.
I never understood. Sorry, I was just trying to say I never understood. What was the point of trying to deny that
to obfuscate? To obfuscate, to do the work of the fucking mainstream media. That was the point of it. To hide the fact that this dude was a fucking nut. A Reddit mod. I can't believe this.
I was gonna say, like, this dude, like, I hate saying this, but he was killed by a Redditor, man. Like, fucking hell. There's no other, like, I get that you're trying to ease a cog in the machine, but
I wish
even the machine has to register that some things cannot be factored.
I wish you
cannot be factored in.
I wish you didn't say that, bro. If I'm him, I'm coming back as a revenant, dog. I can't go out like that. I'm sorry. I can't. No. No, man. Like, nah. Fucking A, dude. Ugh. I wish you didn't say that.
Regardless of whether you're going to heaven or hell, you gotta come back one more to get revenge before you go.
Yeah, you gotta pull a Kratos after that, bro. Not a Redditor. Anybody but him.
Anybody but him.
Fuck me. All right. Robinson, it was revealed in text, his partner inscribed those messages on the casings as one big meme. Oh, man. The messages contained references. Go ahead.
How else can you describe it, man? How else can you describe it, man? Have you heard it on the news already? Like,
no, I got referred. I got referred to the material though. I saw the bullet casings. I saw the. Oh my God, bro! This shit is, bro. Like this is it's making me develop scoliosis. This shit is just. Oh my God. This is such a bizarre mixture of emotions I'm experiencing right now. I'm disgusted. I'm sad. I'm fucking angry. I'm I'm experiencing cringe. Like this is just this is an emotional cocktail. Like I don't know what to feel right now. This is oh man. All right. The messages contain references to online gamer culture that only go ahead.
I'm saying that you're feeling everything that I felt immediately 2 weeks ago as the case developed, because I was following it as it went along.
My soul is being bits of my soul are being eroded. Bits of my soul are being eroded the more we find out about this asshole. Anyway, the messages contained references to online gamer culture that only a select audience would have understood. One read, "Hey fascist, catch, up arrow symbol, right arrow symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols." Those words were likely a reference to a sequence of moves on a controller that unleashes a powerful bomb and accompanying phrase in a third-person shooter video game called Helldivers 2. The phrase has morphed into a meme that is commonly used on message boards to signal an end to a conversation. Robinson appears to have been a frequent user of Discord, an instant messaging app and social platform popular with gamers and content creators. Messages said to be from Robinson show him admitting to killing Kirk on a Discord chat, according to a source who showed messages to the Washington Post. Hey guys, I have bad news for you all, a user in the chat that was allegedly Robinson said, according to the Post. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all this. No, you're not. Fuck you. Burn in hell. The most revealing messages about Robinson's motive were in a text exchange between him and his partner, where investigators said he confessed to the crime and said that he had had enough of his hatred in reference to Kirk. Man, that's a lot to fucking unpack. Had enough of his hate. Like, did you even listen to... You know what? I don't even care to unpack. I can't do it. I'm too mad. I don't care to unpack or understand this man's fucking perspective. I just don't give a shit. I'm sorry. Some hate can't be negotiated out. There you go. There's no need. Robinson texted his partner. Prosecutors announced on Tuesday. Deputy Director of the FBI, Dan Bongino, I fucked that up, said that Robinson had an obsession with Kirk based on his digital footprint and said the shooting was clearly an ideologically motivated attack in an interview on Fox on Monday. Discord, which was originally intended for gamers, has been documented to have bred extremist rhetoric in the past. That is the
okay, so there's some stuff I want to say about the...
Please, the floor is yours.
When I was following what was going on, my views were kind of the same as I don't know if anyone's watched him. In fact, I don't even really watch him, but because of what happened, his video showed up on my feed. Tectone.
Mm-hmm.
To quote what he said, feel myself getting radicalized in real time. Like, the country is forcing me radicalized because of what was happening. Because of
but what the fuck
like
does
him
that? What does that
Discord...
mean though? What is that? What does that mean? What does that term mean? Because here's the thing: if you're the person getting victimized, what the fuck is radicalization? Like, if I'm seeing people who I wouldn't even say that I was necessarily aligned with Kirk in any way. Maybe I was. I don't know. But the thing is, if you're somebody who has to witness people who are supposedly on your side of the political aisle be victimized over and over again, and you get a violent emotional reaction because of it, what do you mean radicalization? Like, any person would feel what's the word? Like, vitriol in response to that. Like, what does that mean? Am I not supposed to feel something? Like, you celebrate the deaths of like, again, like, I don't even know if I'm aligned with Kirk, but like, in this case, I would say he's my people. Like, because it's just so, like, I'll adopt the beef for him type shit. Like, for him, I'll inherit the fucking beef, because that shit was disgusting. I'm supposed to witness the deaths of my people over and over and feel nothing? Like, what the fuck is radicalization? What does that fucking mean?
Right.
What does that mean? Go ahead.
Especially in regards to what he says here with the some hate can't be negotiated out. Like, take a look in the
there you
fucking
go,
mirror, man.
Look
like,
at this shit.
If your
they're telling you loud and clear where they stand. What's the point? I'm starting to remember. I'm starting to remember some shit. I'm starting to remember some shit Ayn Rand said, bro. Like, but continue.
And like, well, you just killed the negotiator. You killed the one dude, the last dude left,
He
who actually
literally
wanted to talk, who
he
actually wanted to negotiate.
shot he
Someone with
shot
that
the
much hate.
messenger. He shot the messenger. He's violated the etiquette of diplomacy between nations, bro. He has shot the messenger. That is the declaration of war.
Exactly. And it's like, dude, if he was so bad, then hell would you have been? If he was as bad, so bad that you needed to shoot him, had just not gone to academia. Because I'm willing to blame academia for this. They had to have been they had to have been at least partly to blame for how he ended up the way he did,
There was no
and blaming
security on the
himself for
roof.
taking that action.
There was no security on the
Because he
roof,
could
bro.
have
Of
just not
course.
done it.
Well, how does the saying go? When you cut out a man's tongue, how's the saying go? When you cut out a man's tongue, you don't prove him a liar. You only show
When
the
you
world
cut
what
off
you
a man's
feared.
tongue,
I was, God damn it.
when you cut off a man's tongue, you're not silencing him. You're telling the world you're afraid to hear what he has to say.
Words to that effect, I guess. Because I was about
Most
to say it.
okay, it's not akin to that, but
No, I
not
know
only
the
that,
quote.
but
I just
what
can't
you
remember
mentioned
who said
earlier
it.
about the
Go ahead.
who said it? Oh no, I don't remember who said it.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I don't remember who said that quote either. But about what you were saying earlier about the government or the FBI looking into the Discord group. Here's my thing about what you were saying. If you were someone in the Discord group who had actually had nothing to do with it, I feel like like if it was me, if I happened to be in that Discord group and all that was going on, wouldn't you not like leave the group like way before it even happened? Because I'm willing to bet that the type of group that he was talking in, him and his uh terrorist partners or terrorist sympathizing partners, whatever. I feel like they would spouting that kind of stuff like for weeks and months, maybe even years before this assassination even happened.
But here's the thing you miss, though, Soups.
This makes me think.
Here's the thing you're missing. The thing about people in those
Mhm.
groups is that a lot of them are LARPers. They're doing that shit to fit into a group because they crave belonging, even if it's from the wrong crowd. You know what I mean? Like, that's why he was reported, because, you know, like, they weren't really about it.
Uh-huh.
The people who reported him weren't really about that shit.
Okay.
For real. Not really. That's there was a line that was crossed. That's why he was reported. Only people who he confessed to could have reported him.
Well, it was his dad that reported him and turned him in, and his dad had nothing to do with the Discord group.
Well, no, not well. There's that, but they also said other people reported him. Like, they got messages from the Discord group, confessions. They also said that the person, his supposed partner, helped report him too. So like, and they were in that Discord group. Like, other people definitely got him reported, other than his dad. His dad turned him in, I heard, actually.
Did? Oh, I didn't hear. I didn't hear about the Discord group reporting him to the authorities or reporting him to the Discord overlords.
Yeah, some of those people were like friends of his in real life. That's why they were able to do it.
But here's my thing about that, because you mentioned LARPers, and I mean, we've both had experience with that before, but it always makes me wonder, how hard is it to just fit in with people that you need to do this kind of shit to feel like you feel like you have to do this kind of shit to
They
fit
have no
in,
identity.
like,
They have no identity.
how hard is it to find just a regular group of people?
They have no
How
identity.
hard is it to make an identity?
They have no hobbies. They have no interest, really. They only know the tribe. Oh, shit. My bad. They only know the tribe. That's it. They don't really... They're not individuals. That's why they fall into groups. Groups give them their identity. It's hard to explain, because you are an individual. Like, you have your own personality. Like, people like that do not. They don't. A lot of them are scared. They fall into these groups because they're afraid. And whenever shit gets a bit too real for them, yeah, that's what happens. You see this a lot in gang culture as well. Textbook.
I always wonder because we have so many people, so many groups, so many fandoms, so many communities,
Speaking of which,
cultures. It just really makes me wonder how as a person do you not take notes from any of that and come you like
dude, psychological
how hard is it
development,
to
psychological development is different for each person. There is no possible way to understand this phenomenon without getting into their head. I've never been a person that needed a tribe to get in. I've never needed that. I'm sorry. I've never been that guy ever. Never. I don't understand the process either. I just don't. I mean, I understand it from the outside looking in. Not really the rationale internally. I just don't know. I don't know why they choose to do the things they do. I just know what it looks like. Well, okay. Well, technically, I do kind of know. I do kind of know. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say? I don't have the experience. I'm a spectator. I don't really know. Like, I don't have the revelations. I just have the diagnosis. That's it. Anyway.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, you're someone on the outside
Yes.
looking in.
Yes.
You're essentially a player in the game trying to understand an NPC. Is what it feels like you're trying to tell me.
It's basically speculation. It's basically very accurate speculation. Okay. I'm sure we will talk more. We're already at 45 minutes. We're gonna talk more because this is a very deep topic. There's still a lot of irreconciled emotions I feel about the entire mishap. So that's gonna get out. Oh dear God. We're gonna just start this next topic. This next one's gonna be coming from Cosmic Book News. Sega, Sonic, and IDW artist GG Duch. These fucking names, man. GG
No, I have no fucking clue, man.
GG Dutrix? I don't know. GGD celebrates Charlie Kirk's death. Oh yeah, the art of them. The art of them.
It certainly looks like a disgusting human being who would.
The art of them looks nothing like they actually. Great. All right. Controversy continues to spread across the comics and gaming industry as artist GGD.
I gotta say this thing.
Go ahead. Dutray? Okay, thank you. Fuck me.
Yeah, that looks like the face of some. Seeing the face of that looks like someone who I could picture the death of a fucking good man. Yeah, that's the kind of disgusting face I'd imagine.
Celebrate the death of a good man? Yeah.
If it ain't destiny, it would be that.
Dear Lord. All right. Controversy continues to spread across the comics and gaming industry as artist Gigi Dutro, who has worked on Sonic the Hedgehog comics for Sega and IDW Publishing, has come under fire for celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk. What? Spotify playlist post. Dutro posted a screenshot to social media showing multiple Spotify playlists titled Charlie Kirk is Dead, which mock and celebrate the conservative activist's killing. The post quickly circulated, sparking backlash from readers and fans of both Sonic and IDW Publishing. Wow.
Oh my god.
As alive as you need me to. My God. Oh boy. All right. Sonic and IDW connections. Dutro has been credited for work at IDW Publishing on the Sonic the Hedgehog comics, one of Sega's flagship properties. The artist was also spotlighted in a Creator Corner interview in Sonic the Hedgehog issue number 76, officially published by IDW, where their personal work was promoted to readers. And ain't that a fucking shame? Yeah, another point that we can highlight regarding the cultural rot that has seeped into pop culture spaces is the fact that people who deign to do fuck shit like this are writing your entertainment and your children's entertainment. Yeah. These ideologically possessed freaks are writing for the likes of Sonic with IDW's publishing and Sega. Flagship properties. Holy fuck. Go ahead. We're doomed.
So I've known like that, especially in Sonic, there's been a lot of shitty people that came out of Sonic communities, especially in the comics. But like seeing this, it was just so. It gave me such an evil vibe that I don't even want to. Any interest I had in touching Sonic the Hedgehog comics has just flown out the window, man. Now, you could try the whole separate the art from the artist type of shit, but I can't apply that anymore here. I can't do that here.
No.
I can't do that here. No, I can't. Like,
I mean, if by separate the art from the artist,
Sonic from the likes of them.
If by separate the art from the artist you mean fire her dumbass, oh yeah, I'm all for that. Get her away from the fucking art room. What is this shit? Dutro has also done work on, of course she has, My Little Pony and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Fucking Ninja Turtles, god damn it, man.
All right. Controversial work. In addition to Sonic, Dutro also publishes an explicit genderqueer comic that features depiction of children or young teen. Oh my god.
Oh. You know what? Hey,
I just
Kaine, you know what we also call this?
What is that? Pain?
Call this a groomer.
Bro, these are the type of people that are getting booked for gigs at IDW and Sega, bro. Fuck, man. Said to be as young as 11 or 12, work that has highlighted in their official Sonic feature. And we have a post from Grums. Meet Gigi Dutro, Sonic artist. This one is pretty inexcusable. You are employing someone who isn't just being edgy, they are violent themselves. This has no place in Sonic or games. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and blow up this post here and examine it. All right, so boom. We're going to look at, matter of fact, we're going to do one of them. We're going to do one of them right there. And then we're going to do a daggum, boom. A daggum, another one of those dadgum booms. All right, okay. All right, here we go. Gigi Dutro, the Spotify playlist. Okay, we already saw that. Okay. I'm fucking this up. I'm sorry. Okay, so we see the playlists.
Just scroll around.
Yep. Jesus. She retweeted, "Inside you are 2 bricks. Throw me at a cop. Use me to build community. Both are valid." Oh boy. Okay. iDubbbz telling Ethan Klein to
not fucking me. This is
Huh?
These demons need to stop trying to fucking meme. You're just showing how evil you fucking are.
They're really bad. This shit is trash.
I'm saying these demons need to stop trying to fucking meme.
I know. They're just their memes are horrible. So iDubbbz telling Ethan Klein to shut the fuck up, playing an embarrassing clip of him. Hassan just fucking giggling at it all. Oh, injected into my veins. Oh my god. Okay. Slice them up. You need to gut them. Oh yeah, this is her retweeting some shit with Hassan. Yeah, okay. Retweeting. Yeah, that's great. You need to gut him. New Jersey-based Muslim American Hassan Piker just told his 9+ million followers to murder conservatives everywhere. He wasn't satisfied with how Charlie Kirk died. Didn't I bring this up? He demands his followers make it even more violent. Streamer Hassan says America deserved 9/11. Like we totally brought it upon ourselves, dude. Holy
Remember
shit.
that?
All right. What a fucking colorful
I
human
remember
being.
that.
Um
I remember that shit.
all right. Works for IDW Sonic, done things for Sega. This is all in addition to recommending pornography to children. Ah, yes. This book is for 14 plus. Alrighty. That's enough of that. Okay.
Why, oh why do all these big IPs employing such disgusting human creatures?
You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna read the replies anyway. I wanted to not read the replies. Fuck it. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. They them. Kyle.
Oh, Kyle, gotta. Oh,
They
shout out to
them.
Kyle. Fucking love that dude.
All right. Emerald Apple. My boycott list is getting bigger and bigger. At least that means I get to save some money. Amen. Leaving this for your greasy. I'm not reading it. That's a hater. That's somebody hating on Grums. I'm not reading that shit. And this is why I'll never buy an IDW Sonic comic. This is who we have making comics for kids. How wretched. Exactly. This is who we got, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is on IDW, not a reflection of on gamers' part. Well, yeah, of course not. What the fuck did we do? We didn't hire that bitch.
That's not what he's saying. He's just saying that, like, in general, in games should. Also, I'm just saying, like,
my bad.
like
I read that
obviously,
wrong.
but he's just saying
Games.
that in
Yeah.
general, games of the games, like the Sonic games themselves, are not affected by this, at
Well,
least as
no,
of yet. That
no,
I've
I read it
seen.
wrong.
But
I
in
read it
general,
wrong.
games.
No, continue. But I was just saying I read it wrong.
Yeah, just that, like, he's not talking about the Sonic games, and Grones was not talking about the Sonic games in particular, just gaming in general, and the Sonic IDW. It has no place in this.
Yeah, I just read gamers instead of games. I'm skipping that. That's a hate comment. This shooting has truly revealed just how unhinged the left actually is, and frankly, is beyond what even the right assumed. Maybe. I literally wanted to buy Sonic comics for my kid, but not anymore. Go ahead.
Gonna say, I mean, it depends on who you talking to, because some people on the right were kind of, well, not in regards to Charlie Kirk specifically, but there were people on the right saying like, hey, you know, the left is just gonna keep getting more and more violent until they kill somebody we meet legit that everybody knows.
Yep.
Donald Trump or someone in his admin or just a regular man like Charlie Kirk. Shit, we already have now finally designated terrorist group Antifa been doing it for years.
Okay.
If I recall correctly, the guy that shot Charlie Kirk, was he not himself kind of Antifa associated, which is why, you know, the president finally designated them a terrorist group?
Who?
The guy that shot Charlie Kirk, was he? Didn't he? Was it?
I
Not
have
was
no.
like not officially a member of Antifa, but was he not like supporting Antifa in his one of his messages or whatever?
Toast is endorsing
Which
you.
led to the president designating Antifa.
She says that may be true. I don't know.
Okay, because I heard things about that because I remember because this led right into Trump designating Antifa a terrorist organization. I think it was because I either was vocally supporting Antifa in his messages or he was a member. I think it was just vocally supporting them. That's what led Trump signing that new order.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. I don't really know, but I literally wanted to buy Sonic comics for my kid, but not anymore. I won't, but I won't buy them, knowing they employed such a hateful, spiteful, violent person who's promoting porn to children. Both of them need to be fired. Of course, it's a they them. Please do the right thing and fire this vile person. I'm a huge fan of the Sonic comics, but I cannot, in good consciousness, support it when such a ghoul is a part of it. Wasn't this the one doing Trans Man Sonic Vince? Sonic says no to political violence. Yeah. I thought you said cancel culture was bad, Grums, you hypocrite. Hold the phone.
Oh no! This don't
That
even go
was
there.
when
No! This was not that.
cancel
Okay.
culture was bad when you were doing it because you got people fired for nothing. Getting people fired for promoting child porn to children and celebrating the deaths of innocent people, yeah, no, that's consequences. That is completely fair, and fuck you if you don't think it is. I would tell you to do other things, but
Okay, I was
I'm gonna
waiting.
keep it P. I'm gonna keep it P. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was waiting for you to bring that up because that's been like the set one or number two thing on my mind for weeks.
Having a different opinion, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like you like they like fucking chocolate and you like strawberry. Oh, call his job and get him fired. He said trans kids aren't real. Get him fired. He says men are better than women at sports. Get him fired. Like, get the fuck out of here. Why did they fire Gina Carano again?
Trying to play the cancel just because she said something about the
the vax. Yeah, she likened the rules behind the jab to Nazi Germany and what they did to the Jews, and she was fucking right. That's why they called it Jab Crow. Like, saying shit like that got her fired. It was the wrong opinion, and she got fired because of it. That's the shit you motherfuckers were doing. This is policing the culture, is what the fucking right is doing now, and I'm glad they're doing it because you fucking deserve it. Have a taste of that fucking gigantic horse pill, you bitch. I hope you choke on it. Go ahead.
I agree, and especially because the people like this, like that Twitter user, would also say the same shit about, oh, this is not cancel culture, it's consequences. You're not free from consequences. Yeah, how's that true on the other foot, motherfucker?
Yeah, they rationalize it when it's them, but when they get their just fucking desserts, it's not. It's a problem. Oh, I've never seen No Count in here before. What's up? How's it going? No Count. Thanks for being here.
He's been in the comments. Count's been in the comment section for a couple of your past streams too.
I've never seen No Count, bro.
Oh, he doesn't show up often, but he has been here before.
Never seen him.
He doesn't show up often, but he's been here before.
Never seen him say a mumbling fucking word in my chat. I'm sorry. Never seen him. What's up, man? Maybe you were a lurker. Maybe you're a fucking lurker.
Nah, but like the trying to play the hypocrite card on us, or the right. Because here's the thing, they're now reporting people's job sites, rightfully so, because these are people that working with them in your workplace right now. They could be your teachers, your coworkers, or in these, or like how we've already been talking about, they're in these animation industries, comic industries, gaming.
I mean, I don't care if you have
everywhere.
I mean, it's just just some shit you should keep to yourself. All right, I'm sorry. Like, I don't care if you have the opinion that he deserved to die. I just don't want to hear that shit. And if you're affiliated with my company, and I see you on the internet celebrating the death of some innocent guy, yeah, you're probably getting fucking fired. Sorry. You know what I mean?
Well, and here's the thing: is like, It's the thing. It's not just an opinion. It's you're basically advocating for deaths, like of people themselves. Like
Just like
if it
regular
was
people.
you with the gun in your, if it was them with the gun in their hand, probably pull the trigger themselves.
And I know,
Like
like, go
these
ahead.
people are legit threats to innocent people's lives now.
Yeah, that like his kids' lives are like forever, severely and forever altered. Like, and I know Charlie Kirk is this big influential figure, and I know he's worth a lot of money and all this shit. Like, but beyond that, he was basically just a regular dude. Like, I know he was a commentator and traveled the country and shit. Like, but like this, he was a regular dude, bro. He was a regular dude. You know, like
Like yes, there is that to account too. There is that to account too. Yeah, like his family has been forcibly separated because of this. But I'm saying in
yeah,
terms
they,
of like
you know,
to everyone else, and to everyone in terms of to everyone else, and all these people cheering for his death. That's
mm-hmm,
basically like everyone's afraid now, rightfully so,
mm-hmm.
because it's like they could turn the gun on them next. Like
Yeah,
your life could be next, my life could be next now.
exactly. Like
People cheering.
perfectly.
So it's like it was the most necessary society course correction ever, and it needs to keep going.
Yeah, it does. Like people should not fall back asleep over this. Anyway, I'm gonna continue with the article and try to get to the end without interrupting again. Larger fallout. Dutro's celebration of Kirk's murder comes as DC Comics writer Gretchen Felker Martin was fired after similar comments, and after Ghost of Yote developer Drew Harrison was also terminated from their role following remarks about Kirk. I didn't even fucking know about this guy. We might have time to squeeze in one more article. I'm gonna read that one too, because they kind of spoiled the next shit I was gonna talk about right here. It wasn't even from Cosmic Book News. It was from somebody else. I was gonna talk about Gretchen. Um, Stephen King apologized. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. Ain't been good since the Dark Tower. Fuck you.
Dude,
Go ahead.
I do want to talk about Stephen King, but that can wait till later.
Recent details reveal that the alleged killer of Charlie Kirk, Tyler Robbins, is a leftist with a boyfriend under. Shit. Tyler Robbins is shut up. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up. I'm trying to move past it. Okay. Recent details revealed that the alleged killer of Charlie Kirk, Tyler Robbins, is a leftist with a boyfriend undergoing transgender transition. We're gonna leave it alone. We're gonna leave it there. Okay. uh, stop! Stop!
You're lucky.
Say what you were gonna say. I'm sorry.
Oh god, he thought he left the board. He gonna hit the select.
I tried so hard to hold it in. Oh, why didn't you just let it die, Sue? Why didn't you just let it die, man? I tried so hard. I tried to fight it, man. I tried to just skim past it. You just couldn't leave well enough alone, you motherfucker. I swear to God. Oh, I tried so
Oh brother, if it was, you're lucky it's me here and not Wes. If he was here, he would have interrupted you immediately.
Oh. Say what you were going to say about Stephen King. Oh, fuck.
At first I was gonna. I mean, we could do it now. I was gonna say I wanted to talk about Stephen King, but that could wait till later.
Yeah,
Tell said she's gonna clip
that's
this
the end.
segment. Good
That's
on
the end.
you.
Yeah, that's the end of the
And
article. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, because you couldn't hold it in for this guy's troon boyfriend.
Rudy. Oh God. Oh. I read that,
Oh,
Rudy.
I'll wait till the end of the episode to talk about Stephen King.
Are you sure?
Wait till the end of the
Okay.
episode to talk about Stephen King.
Okay. I don't really
But
have
it's
any.
still gonna apply. It still applies.
I don't have anything left to add after my breakdown just now, man. Why didn't you just let it? Why didn't you just let me suppress it? Okay, I was trying so hard to be well behaved, and you just fucked it up for me. Why did you have to laugh, bro? Why? All right.
These because the people we're talking about don't deserve our good behavior. In honor of Charlie.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, this next one is gonna be from the Wrap. DC Comics cancels Batman spinoff Red Hood after writer celebrates Charlie Kirk's death. The comic book company says it doesn't tolerate comics that promote hostility or violence following writer Gretchen Felker Martin's apparent Blue Sky. Oh, yeah, of course. Post. Excuse me. DC Comics. Let me zoom in. DC Comics has canceled its latest Red Hood series after its creator Gretchen Felker Martin appeared to make multiple Blue Sky comments celebrating conservative influence Charlie Kirk's conservative influencer Charlie Kirk's death. The comic book company told retailers they were canceling orders of Red Hood number 2 and Red Hood number 3 and would credit them for copies of Red Hood number 1, which came out on Wednesday, even if they had already sold copies of the issue. The notice came after screenshots showed Felker Martin's apparent outspoken Blue Sky posts, which allegedly featured comments on Kirk's death that said, "Thoughts and prayers, you Nazi bitch," and "Hope the bullet's okay after touching Charlie Kirk." Wow. Jesus, these people are fucking insane. They're not. Are they even
Fucking
human?
evil, man. This is fucking evil.
Do they still count as people, bro? Like, anyway.
I think most of us. Nah, they're demons. This is demonic at this point, man.
High ranking, bro.
I'm just saying, this is demonic at this point.
What's good, Tyrant? Thanks for pulling up. Kirk was killed on Wednesday during a speaking event with college students at Utah Valley University. The shooter is still at large. I mean, this is clearly outdated. For everyone who's not familiar with how we do it, like we talk about this shit 2 weeks in advance because doing it a week at a time is basically unfeasible because nothing happens anymore. Oh, like doing these every week would have been more feasible back in some year like 2012 where shit was constantly happening and everyone wanted to like experience the content. Shit is dry as fuck in the mid 2020s, bro. There's nothing. So like most of the news we cover is going to be outdated by at least 2 weeks. Sorry to say. But anyway, the Red Hood series detailed Red Hood or Jason Todd traveling to the New Orleans-like city of New Angelique and getting roped into a murder mystery with the Huntress. At DC Comics, we place the highest value on our creators and community and affirm the right to peaceful individual expression of personal viewpoints, at least in public. A spokesperson told The Wrap, posts or public comments that can be viewed as promoting hostility or violence are inconsistent with DC's standards of conduct. Excuse me. The Kirk posts may not have been the direct impetus for cancellation. However, as any post that could be viewed as supporting unrest or hostility would violate DC's social media policy. Go ahead, Soups.
So I wanted to say, so you know how now that you mentioned something about keeping opinions to themselves, normally I'd agree with that, but it also got me thinking. Are you sure most of these people didn't go into their jobs like hiding their opinions, And then once they got into the job and got all comfy and cozy and realized what kind of industry they were that let them say what they wanted, they started getting comfortable saying all the shit that they wanted.
Well, in spaces that coddle left-leaning extremist views, yeah, of course. But I would like to think regular people who harbor those same sentiments would know where the fuck the line is, because a lot of us have coworkers that are privileged enough to speak their politics freely without any backlash, you know, but I'd like to think they wouldn't go into a normal office space and say, "Woo, I'm glad that guy got, you know, murdered, whatever." I would think they'd be smart enough to not do that in a normal setting. Go ahead.
Okay, but here's my thing. Here's my next thing about that though.
Uh-huh.
Who believes that? Who believes Charlie Kirk deserved to die? Can they even be considered normal, even if they kept that opinion to themselves? Like,
No.
you even considered smart to think that, to believe that?
I mean, intelligence and there's very little correlation between intelligence and evil, bro. So like, it's very possible that very smart people.
Can you even be considered intelligent?
Like I said, bro, there's no correlation between intelligence and evil. There are very smart evil people, bro.
I mean, like, smart evil people. Like, I'm sorry, but like, unless you're fucking George Soros or some shit, like, I can't imagine believing that shit and being considered intelligent in the same sentence sometimes. Like you have to be a mastermind kind of evil, Lex Luthor type shit. But even then, Lex Luthor is so nonchalant and open about his distaste towards Superman. Like it just doesn't make sense, man.
Yeah, I do understand where you're coming from, but I do want to point out that some very intelligent people believe in very heinous things. Like, we can't take that away from them. As much as we would like to, we can't take their intelligence away from them. Morality is not. Morality doesn't correlate directly with intelligence. It really doesn't. It's really down to what kind of person you are, like your character, your values. You know.
Then that leads to one last point I want to make.
Yeah.
Why don't companies do a morality check on these people? Like, why is that not a standard?
I mean, most companies do. It's just that pop culture, Hollywood, and all facets of art and entertainment are overrun by like leftists, bro. Like that's the dominant culture right now. Despite what the public feels, that is the dominant culture. We are not the majority is not being represented by anyone. They're not being represented by their politicians. They're not being represented by art and entertainment. We are all essentially alone on an island. Ironically, considering we are the majority. Very funny, actually. Very not funny, but ironic.
It also hurts because like we're dealing with like our entertainment industries that are either one, they've always had like a rotten foundation from the core.
Yeah.
Would, and then we're talking about other industries like Marvel, DC, where like actually had good people like running and finding it, like bringing those IPs to like great status. Either just been booted out or they aged out and died, and then they got replaced by all these fucking demons.
A lot of them inherited their positions too. But yeah, I get what you're saying. At least because I know what you're saying about the rotten core of entertainment and stuff like that. Like at least then it was like weird kinky shit and maybe some fucking okay. There was some weird kinky shit and some goat's blood every now and again. But that shit has been that shit hasn't been private in quite some time, to say the least. You know what I mean? It's gotten worse. It's gotten so much worse. But I do want to continue on with the article. Like I said, there will be more. There will be more talking. Okay, the Kirk posts may not have been the direct impetus for cancellation. However, as any post that could be viewed as supporting unrest or hostility would violate DC's social media policy. Felker Martin, a trans author, has been outspoken of her social media accounts, though she pivoted to Blue Sky last year. Her Blue Sky account was suspended after the apparent Kirk posts. A representative for Tor, Felker Martin's book publisher, did not immediately respond to the rap's request for comment. And that is the end of the article.
Not at all. Why am I not surprised?
Because they don't want to have to answer for the shitty behavior of their... Yeah, they... Oh. Yeah. Dominant culture, man. I mean, people don't like when you notice things. But they them. Sorry. I get that they're not really they them, like they identify as a woman, but you get the fucking point. You get the point. But go ahead.
Identify my asshole, man. Get these people out of my companies.
Pause. That was a wild statement, buddy.
How can that be wilder than any of the shit that you've been reading for the last hour?
I mean, well, at least it wasn't gay. Well, okay, well, actually, that's not even true. Never mind. Touche. All right, next article, and we can hear your rant about Stephen King. All right, this next one's gonna be from Cosmic Book News again. Ghost of Yote developer Drew Harrison fired after Charlie Kirk comments. Oh man. Drew Harrison, a senior staff character artist at Sucker Punch Productions, has been fired following her comments celebrating the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Update. Sony has confirmed the exit of Harrison in an email to Kotaku. Drew Harrison is no longer an employee of Sucker Punch Productions. All right. What happened? After news broke of Kirk's death, Harrison posted on Blue Sky. Man, who notices the common thread of Blue Sky? I hope the shooter's name is Mario so that Luigi knows his brother. You motherfuckers are not funny, bro. Holy fuck. You're so goddamn lame. You're fucking lame. So that Luigi knows his brother got his back. I want to say something. I want to say a phrase. All I'm saying is rope at Home Depot is half off. That's all I'm saying. The remarks quickly spread online and sparked outrage, with calls for Sony and Sucker Punch to take action. Oh man, that was just a trash joke. Holy fuck, that was bad. Jesus.
Okay,
I lost brain cells.
Here's my question. Here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my question now. We're not talking about fiction. When in real life has someone evil made a good joke? Like legit evil in real life?
Oh, in real
when
life?
have they ever made a good joke?
When
have they memed in real life? I'm not talking about fiction. In real life.
I don't know, man. I don't pay attention to evil people. Maybe, I'm sure statistically speaking, there had to be someone. I don't know who they are. Don't know who they are.
Shit, you can maybe have a fucked up sense of humor if you laughed at a joke that the Joker did, but like in real life?
Well,
in real life?
Well, you see, the thing about the Joker's jokes is that they're only funny to him. Even if you understand the punchlines. The Joker's not really funny. He's dark. He's very, very, very morbid and dark.
Right.
But yeah,
Because
fired
this
from
isn't even dark humor. Because this isn't even dark humor.
that shit was just ass, bro. I'm sorry. That shit was trash. Put that shit in the fucking dumpster, bro. Oh my lord. Like that's that I heard the fish from SpongeBob during the talent show night. Oh brother, this guy stink. That shit was trash. Anyway, fired from Sucker Punch. In follow-up posts, Harrison confirmed she had lost her position writing on Blue Sky. If standing up against fascism is what cost me my dream job I held for 10 years, I would do it again 100 times stronger. Oh boy, they never learn. When asked if she needed financial support, Harrison declined, saying,
Legit.
I don't need any money. Listen. We have to talk about this, right? This word right here, they don't know what the fuck it means. They don't know what that shit means. They don't know what the fuck. They have no idea what that shit means. Anything they disagree with, bro. They have no fucking clue what fascism is. They just don't. They don't know. They don't know. Fascism is when the state owns everything, I'm willing to bet any kind of money that this person is either a socialist or a communist, and they are against fascism.
What's the fucking difference?
Very very little. Like socialism leads to communism. It's very little difference, but it's very ironic that people who believe in those ideologies would deign to call anyone a fascist. You know? It's so fucking ironic. But anyway.
We are really dealing with the dumbest fucking villains in real time. Shit.
Yep. When asked if she needed financial support, Harrison declined, saying, I don't need any money. Ghost of Yote is an amazing game made by 200 people I love dearly. Donate to families in Gaza, the Trevor Project, or ACLU. Just because you said so, I wouldn't donate a penny to any of those.
Oh no.
And Grums again. The Ghost of Yote dev who celebrated Charlie Kirk's death has been fired. I would do it again 100. Yep. They never learn. Moving on. Background. Harrison had been a key developer at Sucker Punch, credited as a senior staff character, texture, and look development artist on Sony's Ghost of Tsushima, and was part of the upcoming Ghost of Yote. She previously worked at ILM and Rhythm and Hues. That explains why Ghost of Yote looks so fucking ugly. Her firing follows another controversy in the entertainment industry. God, oh yeah. Okay, never mind. They referenced the other things. We already read that. Anyway. Ghost of Yote is due out on October 2nd. The game's already out by now. It's trash. What happened to Charlie Kirk? Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, was assassinated while hosting an event at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. He was shot on stage, and President Donald Trump confirmed his death shortly after. Utah Governor Spencer Cox described the killing as a political assassination, and federal authorities have unleashed a manhunt in pursuit of the suspect and released photos. I'm pretty sure he's arrested by now, right? That guy got captured? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Update. Oh, okay. Update. A suspect is now in custody. Thank you. FBI Salt Lake City. You know, the FBI continues to work alongside our law enforcement partners to seek justice in the murder of Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley State University on September 10, 2025. We are releasing additional photos of a person of interest. Information about this developing investigation can be found, blah, blah, blah. All right. That's it. All right. That's it. That is the end of the article. Time to hear Soup's rant about Stephen King. All righty. Go for it.
Wait. So hang on, before I talk about Stephen King,
yeah,
it said that 200 people were working on that game.
Yep.
It's 200 people too many.
That's a fact. I don't want to punish the good developers. Like if you're just like a developer who's just doing developer shit, all right. But the rest of the motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like more of those people need to go. They need to get the fuck out of there.
Fine.
I say separate the art from the artist.
The good developers can find...
Forthwith. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like the good developers can find another project.
Oh yeah, they'll land jobs easy. They know better than
Oh
to put
damn.
that garbage on their
And
resume.
also take it to the main actress
Mm-hmm.
and the main character of in Yote
Yep.
also been publicly declaring herself or they themselves or whatever the hell they identify as and proud Antifa. So
Wow.
Mr. President. Anyways,
Wow. Continue.
uh n- now as to Stephen King,
Mm-hmm.
I showed you already, but on his latest movie, or I don't know if he's a reboot or if it's the first movie ever of The Long Walk, which that I have read. It's
Oh shit.
it's an
Were you gonna
okay dystopia
talk
book.
about how his shit flopped or what? Because we can read that shit too if you want.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, let's bring that shit up since we're talking about him. Let's just go ahead and make this the final article of the night. Fuck it, it's Saturday anyway. Stephen King flop. We're gonna do that since you're bringing him up. That Park Place. All right.
Yes.
You brought up the Long Walk. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that shit. Hold up. Let's just go ahead and fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. It's all related to Charlie
does
Kirk.
directly tie into does directly tie to Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Also, I'm glad that Red Hood thing got canceled because
got shit
I
canned.
Red Hood being mistreated the way he's being mistreated. Fucking hell, man.
All right, so
He's not even my favorite Robin, but damn, man, he did not deserve the mistreatment. See, hang on.
I like when the Robins become their own characters anyway. I don't even like counting them as Robins after they grow into their own people, but but yeah,
it's like in a sort of messed up way. It's like a graduation for them.
more like an ascension, but
In a messed up way, in Jason's case.
Yeah. What the fuck? What happened? Huh?
It's loading on my end.
No, I clicked some shit. Do you not see the back end?
On back end, it's just loading.
All right, let me redo it. How about now?
Let's see. Let me give it a sec. Hopefully it'll come up soon.
Sorry, guys. I stream the article on the back end for Soup so you can see. I'm just trying to make sure it's up for him.
Yep, I see it.
Cool. All right, so this next one is going to be from That Park Place. And it says here, Stephen King movie, The Long Walk, flops at the box office after author caught spreading Charlie Kirk misinformation. Oh boy. Author Stephen King may be facing professional consequences after spreading misinformation about Charlie Kirk. Go ahead.
I was gonna take a page out of your book and say, like, what is misinformation anymore? Because it was another one of those terms that got heavily abused by the left. But
nah, to
this
be fair,
is actually kind of accurate in this case.
I was about to say, to be fair, this is a trusted source using that word
in this case, yeah.
So, yeah, this is a trusted source using that word correctly. So we'll see. Stephen King made headlines this past week, but not for his writing. The famed horror author found himself at the center of controversy after spreading misinformation about Charlie Kirk in the hours following Kirk's tragic assassination. Just as the nation was processing the shocking news from Utah, King rushed to social media to falsely accuse Kirk of advocating for the stoning of gay people. I knew that shit was bullshit. I fucking knew it. I knew that shit was a lie. Immediately. The backlash was swift. Senator Ted Cruz blasted King for spreading such a falsehood, reminding Americans that Kirk never called for violence against anyone within a day. That shit would have been all over the fucking internet if he did that shit. I would have been heard about that shit. Of course that shit was a lie. They would never miss the chance to smear him for that shit. It would have never happened. He would have never lived that shit down. Ever. Anyway, the backlash was swift. Senator Ted Cruz blasted King for spreading such a falsehood, reminding Americans that Kirk never called for violence against anyone. Within a day, King deleted his post and issued an apology, bitch, admitting he had shared the claim without fact-checking it. You fucking clown. That apology, however, has...
fucked.
For real, bro. Get fucked sideways by a rake. You fucking idiot. The apology, however, has done little to calm the storm. And now, just days later, King's latest Hollywood adaptation, The Long Walk, has stumbled badly at the box office. Who the fuck was going to watch that shit anyway? You know what I mean? Let's say he doesn't say this shit about Kirk. Who the fuck is going to the movie theater for Stephen King nowadays? Who's doing that shit? You could tell me they're doing a gunslinger movie, a fucking a Dark Tower movie. I'm not going to see that shit. It's not happening.
I want to know. Chills or whoever the hell is still a hardcore King fanboy at this point. I don't know who, but
that's what the fuck I want to know. In what realm does this shit not flop? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I just don't see motherfuckers turning out for The Long Walk. That boring ass name. Even if he didn't say the shit about Kirk, I just don't see it. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. I just don't fucking see it, bro. What King claimed on September 11th, the day after Kirk's murder in Utah, Stephen King responded to a tribute post by repeating a smear that had been floating online, that Charlie Kirk had supposedly advocated stoning gays to death. And there is his post. I think I saw this post on Twitter and just ignored it because I figured it was bullshit anyway, because it's Stephen King. He advocated stoning gays to death, just saying, oh, I guess that means he deserved to be killed. And yeah. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, seriously. And Jesse Waters, right? Charlie Kirk was not a controversial or polarizing man. Charlie Kirk was a patriot. This is a turning point, and we all need to turn in the right direction. Yeah. And he was a 90s baby. Damn. The problem? Kirk had never made such a statement. The viral claim originated months earlier when Kirk pushed back against a progressive children's influencer who tried to cite Leviticus as a pro-gay rights verse. Kirk pointed out that in the very same biblical text, Leviticus 20, the scripture prescribes stoning as a punishment for such acts. Kirk's point was that the Bible can't be selectively quoted. You cannot lift one verse while ignoring the others around it, and that's perfectly fucking valid. There's a lot of that goes around with the Bible in every community. They just cherry pick the parts within the same fucking verse that they want to parrot to people to use as bludgeons and emotional beating sticks. But anyway, it was an argument about consistency, not an endorsement of violence. Can I say something real quick? Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say, because I see this firsthand so many times on Instagram, where the people like cherry pick something that sounds either slightly bad or something that sounds bad out of context. They try to paint God in a bad light and rub me the wrong way. I almost wanted to comment on it had I not told myself it's not fucking worth it. Like, I have not been fully invested into like my old religion in recent times, and wouldn't even call myself a full-on conservative, but like that has always disgusted me. Like, just painting, especially with its Christian or Christian branched religions, in a bad light by doing disingenuous shit like that. It always rubbed me the wrong fucking way.
Yeah, you'll hear. I mean, I'm not even a person of faith, really, and just to hear.
I'm not a Bible thumper, but
just to hear people of that ilk come to debates, especially on topics that they know are against the faith or that the faith vehemently denounces, try to rationalize those types of things using scripture is kind of disgusting. Like, it's because they always do it through a biased lens and they never take the full context of the scripture into account. Like, every time you see them do it, it's always some butchered or bastardized version of what the text actually says. Like, it's just that shit is wild to me. And that's me as an outsider looking in. That shit's wild as fuck. That shit pisses me off. Like, it's so stupid. Just from a raw logical perspective and a consistency and honesty perspective, it just pisses me off. Because you know damn well that's not what the fuck the scripture says, you motherfucker. Like, I know you know. Anyway, it was an argument about consistency, not an endorsement of violence.
They don't just...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and it's like, if they're willing to do this to the Bible itself, you know damn well they're willing to do this to
there's
like
nothing they won't do to
Marvel or DC comics or novels, like any book that's like considered any type of source.
Nothing, literally
they'll try
nothing
to
is
cherry
sacred.
pick or misconstrue. Right. If you're willing to try to twist the Bible itself, nothing's off limits to them.
Nope. Let's continue on with the article a little bit more. Okay. But nuance didn't make it into King's post. Instead, the world's most famous horror novelist. Okay, I raised my eyebrow at that.
Okay, okay, wait. I know. Wait. Okay, well, hang on. I got two things to say about this. One, technically,
you know what I'm saying? I know
he's the
R.L.
most
Stein.
easily like beginner's consumable kind of author.
I knew R.L. Stein before I
Stein
knew
is up there
Stephen
too.
King. I'm not gonna hold you. And bro,
I mean that is fair. That is fair. I also knew I knew Goosebumps before King. But King was always there too.
There's dead motherfuckers that are more famous than Stephen King. I don't believe this shit. I'm sorry. Instead, the world's most famous horror novelist left millions of his followers with the impression that Kirk had openly called for brutal punishment of gay people. Yeah, nah. There's dead people more famous than fucking Stephen, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not letting that slide. I'm not letting that shit slide.
I mean, if we're talking dead authors, then
I'm not letting that shit slide.
I mean, if we're talking dead authors, then yeah,
Bram Stoker, Ayn Rand, Poe, Lovecraft, motherfucker. The list goes on. I'm not letting this shit slide, bro. I'm not doing world's most famous horror novel. Nah, I'm sorry, bro. I can't let that slide. No, no. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but still.
I do want to say,
we're not letting that happen, bro.
One thing though.
Go ahead.
Say, if there is one other thing that is wrong with that statement, biggest horror that coming from King is his fucking tweets. It is a real horror.
Yep, they should have never gave him the internet. Okay, Ted Cruz hits back. King's post triggered outrage across social media, with one of his most high-profile responses coming from Texas Senator Ted Cruz. Cruz didn't mince words. We can see the post here. You are a horrible, evil, twisted liar. No, he did not. And this motherfucker deleted it. Pussy. Your party, which you shamelessly shilled for, sent $100 billion to Ayatollah, who does routinely murder homosexuals. Why are you so dishonest and filled with hate? Right. Like, yeah.
Because he's the most fucking he's the biggest leftist boomer I've ever seen in the industry.
Damn, there might be a couple of competitors next to him, but you might have a point. The senator's comments cut straight to the heart of the matter. Kirk was being smeared in death, while the people spreading lies about him were ignoring regimes that actually carry out such violence. As a matter of fact, they do more than ignore him. They fucking support him with tax money. And they seem okay with it. Kings walk back. See what they did there. See what they fucking did there. After the pushback, King deleted his post. Soon after, he issued a rare public mea culpa. Here's his post. The horrible, evil, twisted liar apologizes. This is what I get for reading something on Twitter without fact checking. Won't happen again. Yes, it will. Yes, the fuck it will. You never fact check. You always immediately believe the most horrible things and assertions about your political opponents. I do not believe you. It will happen again, you piece of garbage. Holy shit. I'm going to scroll right past that ad. The admission was clear. King had spread misinformation in the middle of a national tragedy. While some applauded the apology, others pointed out the obvious. The falsehood had already spread. Yeah, the lie makes it halfway around the world before the truth can get its socks on. In the age of social media, that motherfucker's doing laps. That motherfucker's turning back time like Flashpoint Paradox before the truth gets its fucking socks on. The falsehood had already spread, and once it circulates, you can't unring the bell. The long walk trips.
You're saying he tried to take long walks with his lies?
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Wow. The long walk trips at the box office. Fast forward to the weekend, and King's newest film adaptation, The Long Walk, hit theaters. Based on the novel he published under his Richard Bachman pseudonym. The fuck? Anyway, the film was supposed to draw interest.
He had a pseudonym for a bit.
Based on the novel he published under his Richard Bachman pseudonym, the film was supposed to draw interest from both King fans and general audiences. He had to put that shit under a different name. Otherwise, motherfuckers, people wouldn't have gone to see it. I still don't believe this shit would do numbers at the box office, regardless. I still don't. Instead, it stumbled out the gate. The movie opened to just $11.5 million domestically across nearly 3,000 theaters, with a $20 million production budget. What the fuck? The opening weekend fell well short of what analysts expected for a King property. Industry observers noted this was the lowest opening for a Stephen King adaptation in 33 years. Stephen King is the Lululemon of authors. I wish I knew what that meant. I'm uncultured swine. What's Lululemon? Is it like what is it?
I don't know.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I'm disappointing you. All right. While critics were generally favorable, audiences gave the movie only a B cinema score. Instead of being celebrated as the next great King adaptation, it's already being discussed as a flop. Did King's controversy tank the movie? That was my fucking question. I don't even know if that did it. I'm not gonna hold you. Did you hear anybody say, I'm boycotting the movie because of... never saw that shit. I don't think anybody was gonna see it anyway, personally.
Okay, here's the thing. Here, I have something to say about that real quick, actually, because I still think it did, because it's just that no one announced that they would, because you didn't need to. But I can tell a lot of people like because I especially saw in like YouTube comment sections where like some people were like, yeah, I wasn't gonna watch it in. And I'm willing to bet that some people who, in light of watching Charlie Kirk's death, then saw King say that, they were like, nah.
Bro, I'm about to keep it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to keep it all the way 100 with you. I didn't know of the existence of this fucking film before I saw this goddamn article. I'm being so for real, bro. I had no idea this motherfucker was making a film before seeing this article, bro. I saw this article days ago. I only brought it up because you said you wanted to talk about him. But yeah, I didn't fucking know. I had no idea. That's shit like that is why I think the shit would have flopped anyway. I don't remember seeing one piece of advertising for this shit. I don't.
I'm
Do
surprised you
you?
say that because
Do you?
this movie. Yeah,
Where?
not often, but it showed up at least like once or twice on my YouTube algorithm.
Bro, I didn't see
And when I go to
shit.
theaters, it
I
would
didn't.
they would release trailers of that. Movie theaters
I
would release trailers of it.
I didn't see Nathan, bruh. I'm sorry. Nothing. I ain't see shit. But anyway, but anyway,
No, because that's not the only one by King that was supposed to be coming out. The Running Man is also on its way.
oh, well, that shit's gonna run itself into the trash. Bro, unless you're a trusted source, people are not turning out for films. Like Godzilla -1 was an anomaly, and the Demon Slayer movie, both anomalies. Did King's controversy tank the movie? Hollywood insiders will point to many possible reasons for The Long Walk's underwhelming launch. Release schedule, bleak subject matter, or lack of broad appeal, but the timing is impossible to ignore. Okay. The days leading into the movie's release weren't dominated by excitement for The Long Walk. No shit. They were dominated by headlines about Stephen King attacking Charlie Kirk, Ted Cruz calling him out, and King issuing a reluctant apology. For millions of Americans mourning Kirk, King's smear was fresh in their minds when his film arrived in theaters. It's possible that audiences voted with their wallets and stayed home. I'm honestly, to be completely honest with you, looking at the landscape of film and the health of movie theaters right now, I think people are staying home regardless. I really don't think this shit was a reaction to King. I think people are just staying the fuck home regardless. How long? This is the longest drought in pop culture history for film. Let alone film, for entertainment. Period. Honestly, let's keep it a bean. Like there is a dearth of fucking good content, bro. I think people are staying home regardless, especially when you know that shit is just gonna hit streaming within a matter of months any fucking way. Why spend the extra money? For what? You know? I really don't think that anybody voted with their wallet. I think the vote was already in the ballot box, like when they realized that Hollywood wasn't gonna get any better. The quality control was out the fucking window. Like this was a foregone conclusion. I don't think this shit had anything to do with anything that Stephen King did. I just think the shit was adjacent. What do you think?
I think because back when I myself was following Stephen King books and adaptations, I
Yeah.
noticed that there was a community for for Stephen King content. You know, people would be excited for any adaptation of Stephen King, regardless of whether it was actually one to one, you know, with the books or not.
Mm-hmm.
And willing to bet it'll be like how Neil Gaiman's community was, where you have a lot of like left-leaning people in there, a lot of liberals, but even many people there walked away. Or King started going on his shit about then now with Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
Somehow, someway, I think King still does have a following. If not, then he's just being completely carried or astroturfed by Hollywood.
No,
I
I
I'm
definitely
I still think that there's at least some people that
I agree. I definitely believe he still has a following. I just don't think it's as big as I don't think it's as big as they're surmising. I could be completely fucking wrong, and this man could have a fandom as big as Monster Hunter. I don't fucking know. I just don't believe it. Because here's the thing.
Well, not Monster Hunter level big. No, he's not by
I said he could. But here's the thing. If he had a fan base, worth the fuck, you know what I mean? They would have showed up. They would have showed up to movie theaters. They did not. If they exist, they did not. Because what do we mean when we say somebody has a following? They have a diehard core audience of fans that are of a sizable number that could easily put them over the top for meeting sales goals. I do not believe Stephen King has that, if he ever did, which I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did at one point. Not any fucking more.
No, he did it. Yeah, not anymore.
I'm certain he did at one point. Not any fucking more, bro. Final thoughts. Stephen King is one of the most famous authors alive, and for decades, his name guaranteed box office attention. But this weekend, The Long Walk has collapsed into one of the weakest debuts of his career. The timing may not be coincidental. By spreading a false and hateful claim about Charlie Kirk right after his death, King alienated potential viewers and drew national criticism. See, and this is why I respect Michael Jordan to this day, right? Because the media wanted him to talk shit about Republicans. And you know what he told them motherfuckers? Republicans buy sneakers too. You know what I mean? Why can't you stupid motherfuckers have that same mentality? You know what I mean? Like, this is what he fucking get. Let's say that his comments did cause the flop of his movie. This is exactly what the fuck he gets. I still don't believe that, but let's say for the sake of argument, that is the case. He fucking deserves this shit, bro. He deserves it. You don't get to insult your customer base and their icons or the people that they are in alignment with to some degree and then just get out unscathed, bro. You're not entitled to my money after celebrating the death of, you know, my way of life, essentially. Yeah. His apology may have acknowledged the mistake, but it didn't erase it. And it was fake as fuck. Let's keep it a bean. When celebrities choose to peddle misinformation.
Yeah, like, acknowledge.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, acknowledge my ass, like it, saying, I messed up. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you noticed you messed up. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure you care very much after being dragged out into the light. Anyway, when celebrities choose to peddle misinformation, there are consequences, or at least there should be. For Stephen King, the consequence wasn't just public embarrassment. It was watching his movie bomb spectacularly at the box office. How do you feel about Stephen King's latest film flopping after his Charlie Kirk misinformation scandal? Sound off in the comments and let us know. I feel absolutely fuck all. I was never going to see that film. I had no aspirations to see anything tied to Stephen King. Fuck him and everything he stands for. Anything to add before we read some comments?
How to say? I am glad to say that Stephen King's movie is no longer walking.
Come on, man, that was horrible. I'm sorry. I love you, bro, but nah. I can't endorse that. I can't. Good, nice try though.
It got a laugh out of you. Whatever, it did its job.
Nah, bro, I was laughing at how bad it was. That is not the same. No. You don't get to claim that. Anyway.
Poe says. Poe says the long crawl instead. No, it's not even crawling anymore. It's dead on its feet.
Yeah, it's a dead horse. Anyway. First comment by Cletus DeFetus. I saw the funniest comment on the news site. Can't remember who to give credit to, but it went something like this. Am I allowed to say that I'm happy Stephen King is transitioning to grandma? King deserves far worse mockery. He's scum. Lumberjack ass. It flopped because of how stupid of a premise the film is. Hunger Games, but walking. Most people don't pay attention to social media, and especially don't care what a wash-up says. It flopped because no one wants to spend their limited time off on trash. That's what the fuck I thought. Well, honestly, let me be more accurate. I didn't think most people knew of the existence of this fucking film. That's my position, but I will also take this. I really didn't think motherfuckers were going to see that shit regardless. I'm not going to lie to you. James Eden replies again, yes, maybe, but the people with the money generally are right wing. It's likely that this was a boycott on top, especially with Mark Hamill being in it. Bro, I really think you're leaning a bit.
Oh, he was in it? Oh shit, I forgot. I didn't know. Now that one I didn't know.
Me either. I really think that I really don't think that this shit had anything to do with why people didn't see it, bro. I think he's overestimating how much people gave a fuck about this film. I really do. Next comment by Valor. It doesn't help that it also stars the unhinged Mark Hamill. So you've got a mess story from a writer who supports exclusionary and violent opinions with one of the major characters being played by another distasteful human. It was not meant to be. Amen. All right.
Yeah.
He blamed not fact. I'm sorry. I'm eating ice. I have to stop eating ice on mic. My bad. He blamed not fact checking. But if you didn't know I was black, this is your clue. I'm eating ice. Anyway. But if you're saying something that is potentially libelous about a horrifically murdered man, just murdered by your own side, to millions of people, then this is not a justification. And he never said sorry. He just said he would not repeat what he did. This guy's scum. No, he did say he apologized. I have to be accurate. He did say he apologized. Do I believe he's actually sorry? Fuck no. Fuck no. He did say he apologized. I don't believe that shit for a microsecond. Excuse me, or what as Flash says, a pictosecond.
Microscopic second. Not in the milliliters of seconds.
What the fuck?
Also, stop eating on stream, man. This is gonna before you. What?
I was eating. My bad. No, I was eating ice. My bad. Karma. Is this a fucking link to some shit? That's got to be a link. That's also
It's a link. It's a link.
Yep. Okay, load more comments.
It's all links. That's it.
For real? What the fuck? Why is there 22 of these bitches? There's one, B. Robbins. Charlie Kirk was an intolerant figure. Oh, wow. And that's what Stephen King was trying to say. He just didn't do it very well, and yes, it probably cost him. But he has 2 other movies from this year, and he's going to die a billionaire regardless. The problem I have with journalism in this era is that good journalism reports the facts, which should be enough. It doesn't use language to tell me how to feel. This person's a fucking idiot. All right.
Yeah, keep wiping his ass. Keep wiping his ass, B. You're really getting there, man. One day you'll be cleaning it good enough.
You want the
keep
news to tell you how to feel? I don't even give a shit about the shit he said before. What the fuck? Like, you don't have a... Okay, all right. When reading the news, you should use your brain first. And then your feelings. Motherfucker, like, what are you talking about? Like, you want the news to tell you how you should feel. Oh, Lord, you would love Soul Cage. Anyway. That's an inside joke. That's it for that article. What else can we say about what's going on in media right now, man? What can we say in memory of Kirk? You know what I mean? Like, what can we say? The day of his death after I figured out...
Wait, before we take...
All right.
Sorry. I was gonna say. I just want to say before we pay our tributes to Charlie Kirk. I just want to say, in terms of Stephen King, somehow, some way, he still has the Hollywood backing to keep shitting out adaptations that I'm willing to bet he himself does not even really care about. And that's what always gets me because before Rick Riordan
Mm-hmm.
stabbed us all in the back, there was Stephen King just shitting out books on the fly, which used to make me respect his work ethic. Had all of his greatest works not come out of him being coked out harder than a fucking drug addict in the street. But even then, like a couple years back, I was following his books for a good minute. I wanted to weirdness, get a taste of horror. Mind you, I was a beginner. Okay, I was a beginner. I didn't go into Lovecraft yet. Mm.
Yeah, it took me a while to get to
But
Lovecraft too. Actually.
it was like after reading so many books, and even his most controversial books like It, for for very valid reasons,
Mm-hmm.
it just and then seeing the shit that he was saying back when Trump when no at the time when Trump was running for re-election, going forward, gave me a really sour taste in my mouth. And not back then, I was still reading The Dark Tower and trying to
Mm-hmm.
read the books that connected to it, which turned out to be a fucking waste of time because the connections are very minuscule, and The Dark Tower turned out to have a shit ending. Whoop
Mm,
de doo. Man,
unfortunate.
what also bothered me with adaptations, you could tell this man did not give a fuck about any of his books, about any of his works. Every single adaptation of his, whether whether it had a valid reason for not being one-to-one accurate,
Mm-hmm.
like the Dark Tower, which had casted Idris Elba and is not someone who actually looked like the gunslinger Roland.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks because I actually liked him for a bit. It just this what gave me that realization that book industry in particular has been fucked
Yeah.
because Stephen King is still being astroturfed and his community is all essentially feels like they're all just the same types of people that we've been talking about for years in these streams. And now with Charlie Kirk's death, like I'm willing to bet a lot of people making those tweets probably read Stephen King books. They probably think he's their fucking role model or whatever for writers. And that
I
has
mean,
always
he would
bugged me
be.
to no
That's the
fucking
th- no, but here's the
end.
thing. Like, I'm not gonna attempt to take away the man's impact on literature and his talent. Like, regardless of how distasteful he has grown to become, I will never take that away from him because I believe in giving credit where credit is due, even when it's hard. God damn, he's still a bitch though. But yeah, I'm not gonna take that away from him.
I do want to. I will agree with that too because as much as I've grown to hate Stephen King,
Mm-hmm.
he did have some impactful works, like and some stuff I could enjoy, like
Yeah.
um, oh, the adaptation version of It with Tim Curry back in the day, or even just the general premise of the Dark Tower. Shit, man, I used to be all over that, imagining, hey, that this would make like an epic multiversal crossover. Shit. That's... And now I'm thinking, man, I kind of wanted to take this concept and do it better. Not to be about it, whatever, but just
Nah,
after the
fuck
way the
that.
Dark Tower ended, I'm like, damn,
Nah,
this could have
nah,
been
nah,
so much
nah,
better.
nah. Fuck that, bro. I'm on that type of time. The reason why I ended up creating Cosmogoth Inc., Castle Cosmogoth, and my YouTube channel is because I got tired of seeing trash work be produced, and I thought I could do it better. I'm never gonna fucking. I don't give a fuck if that sounds egotistical, bro. I'm better than hacks in Hollywood, bro. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I am, bro. I can see all the flaws in their work. I'm a better writer than them niggas. I'm sorry. I just am. I just am. I don't give a fuck anymore, bro. I'm better than I'm better than Adi Shankar, bro. I'm not. Nah. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope.
Oh
That
yeah,
type.
like, I feel with that motherfucker in particular, I feel like I could say that. My worst is better than his best.
I'm smoking on your top 5 tonight, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit, brother. But nah, I don't. Okay, it's not that I don't like hearing you speak. I just don't want to talk about fucking Stephen King anymore. I'd much rather pay respects to Kirk and kind of weigh in on
Yeah,
where the
I'm ready.
country
I'm ready to pay respect.
kind of weigh in on where the country is sitting, but after the result of his martyrdom, you know what I mean? You know, I was gonna
Yeah, I
talk
hear you.
about
I'm ready.
yeah, I was gonna talk
I'm
about what
ready to pay
happened.
respects too.
I was gonna talk about what happened the day he was shot, right? So I did send an announcement uh to my server, you know, wishing he rest in peace and all that. Somebody hosted a rosary forum. I sat in on it. Um, and we kind of just aired our grievances with the divide that we're currently experiencing between the left and the right. And unfortunately, because of the way the rules are being written, there really isn't a such thing as an independent label anymore. And yes, I know about false dichotomies. I am aware that there's more than left and right. However, in the through the lens of this ideological culture war, the enemy only sees a binary, the left and the right. If you are not on the left, then you are on the right. That's what they fucking believe. That's why everything has become right wing. Like literally, common sense has become right wing, right? And the fact that they'd go to such lengths to, celebrate the death of a family man, slander and libel a family man, um, wish death upon you and yours, you know, call for more acts of violence, cry out as they strike you. Um, it was just painful to experience, you know. So yeah, like symbolically, metaphorically, I'm pouring one out for Kirk, bro. Um, so yeah, what do you have to say about the divide right now? Where do you think this all leads?
Well, first, I wanted to say, yeah, sorry for rambling about Stephen King. I know he's
I
not
mean, you
worth
don't have
he's
to.
not
You don't
worth
have to
talking about
apologize.
anymore.
I mean, it was relevant to the topic, so I don't mind you talking about him. Like it was fun.
No, I know. It's just I know you wanted to move into this portion, and that's what I was saying. Yeah, I'm ready to move on and pay tribute. For one, I didn't know you guys had a rosary because I missed out on that.
We
I
figured. Well, we figured you were at
joining
work.
on.
Well, then again, I don't think anyone thought to message you. You're usually like at work or something. Anyway, wait, you did hop in. You
Yeah,
did hop. You did
that's what
hop
that's what
into.
I was,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say. Yeah. No, that day when it happened, yeah, I was at work uh and well, at the workplace I am, I won't say too much, but just say that it's a very high active, physically active place. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
constantly on the move. And my best friend is the one who told me that it happened. Well, first he asked me like, "Hey, did you know Charlie Kirk?" I used to. Why? And that's when he said it. He got shot. This
Coworker
was
told
before
you.
he was confirmed dead, but
Yeah.
friend, he was my best friend. Happens to be my coworker.
No, I was saying a coworker told me, but go ahead.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Nah, you're good.
Uh, no, constantly being forced to move, and then he was giving me updates. I'm you yet, but I was still in shock trying to process like, wait, is he gonna make it? Like, and it was until I finally got on break and well, one, my friend told me that the president confirmed it, and then on
Yeah.
break I went to see the video, and even though I knew he already passed, I felt like I had to see it just to see it for myself, to like to face the truth.
I held out a little hope that he would make it, but when I
And
heard he passed, that just kind of broke me a little.
yeah, it kind of broke me for a second too because the way it was like a video that would like automatically loop.
Mm-hmm.
So in the shock, it was like I had to tell myself, all right, stop, because it was automatically replaying the shot while I was still in shock at seeing it the first time around. So I quickly exit out because I'm like, shit, like I already saw it. I don't want to keep seeing this anymore. And yeah, it just that last 2 to 3 weeks has just been, just like I used to like I said earlier, I used to watch his videos when he was just talking to college kids. Like I wasn't really watching his long speeches in the TPUSA, but I knew like I got get to know him, but I watched him enough that I could say I knew of him, that I knew him from watching him. And then I stopped a couple years ago because of stuff he said that I just didn't agree with. And, and then having this come back now, it's like, damn, like even though I didn't agree with everything he said, he was still one of the few conservative, you know, spokespeople that I still respected. I still looked at him in a good light. And of all people, he's the one who died. Like
Yeah, man. Like, and I'm
and
completely
just
ignorant
seeing
of.
and
Oh,
and then just
continue.
seeing.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and then I was seeing all the tweets from all the people crying out and cheering. It's like it put me in that mental image of just like if I was there but or in the middle of a riot where everything's burning, everyone's just cheering and smiling. Like at the end of the Joker movie, the first one, no,
Yeah.
where everyone's just burning, where Gotham's burning essentially,
Yeah,
and it's
he's
just
standing outside
chaos
with the
with
car.
the creepy music playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
it's like if you were a bystander in that scene and you're just watching all the chaos helpless. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
But instead of just the city literally burning, it's Charlie Kirk dead.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, and I'm somebody who's more or less ignorant of, his like what he talks about outside of like clips here and there, hither and fucking thither. Like I barely saw anything about him. Occasionally I'd see some things, but like I was never a follower of what he did. Like I've seen him around. I knew his name, but like other than that, he was pretty much a stranger, bro. And I've never felt this strongly for a stranger in my entire life. It's never happened, bro. Ever.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was too, and I feel, and that's like half over majority of the country too. No one really knew him like closely like a best friend, but still, just friendly. He was still that guy you would shake hands and talk to and have a nice day.
I wish I had some. I wish I had some.
And
I wish I had
he
some
just
ale.
died on national tel.
So this would be a good time for some booze.
Huh?
I said I wish I had some ale. This be a good time
Oh.
for some booze. I wish I had some.
No, but I was gonna say, and first I was like going through this, watching all that behavior, and then myself, well, you don't know who you can really talk to about this stuff in real life. Well, I have my best friend, fortunately. But
Mm-hmm.
outside of him, you don't really have many people to talk about it with. And what
Yeah.
really damn near got a tear from my eye, what damn near had me crying was watching his wife talk.
Bro, they went after his
Cause
wife
you know
too. Like,
she went after his wife and the kids. His
yeah,
fucking kids. They're not even 10 years old. Neither of them.
yeah, they're
But
horrible,
still,
man.
watching her talk is like, man.
Yeah, it's not
The
pretty at
way she
all, man.
talked about him, it was like, also like the way his wife talked for him. It felt like I was at the funeral and it was like my distant uncle who passed. You know, like it made me want to cry. You know.
Yeah, man.
And I was watching YouTubers having breakdowns talking about Charlie Kirk and just the nastiness of how people are. We saw in real time the worst of humanity just awaken in celebration, cheering because they thought they won. It
Yeah,
was horrible, man. Like I've never felt like how you said you never felt so mad over a stranger.
bro, I was in a dark place, bro. Just seeing them cheer
Oh,
like that over an innocent man dying, bro. Bro, brother, holy fuck.
yeah, it's just like, could you, you know, like, is uh,
I saw nothing
what
but black, bro.
slowly restored my faith back in humanity was, huh?
I said I saw nothing but black, bro.
I was not gonna lie, for a second I was seeing that too, you know, just it's just everyone, just these people have supernatural demon black eyes to me now, like Jesus Christ. Saying like
All
I was
right.
starting to feel like Tectone, just slowly getting more enraged. You
Yeah,
almost want
man.
to do something, you know. But what got me
Yeah.
faith, slowly getting my faith restored was people like Legal Mindset, Asmongold, and giving people and people, just random people, just not violently retaliating, but just go into the workplace and be like, "Hey, look at this," and they got
I
fired. Fire
I
him, get
was
him
just
out.
I'm just glad I was able to surround myself with people able to like calm me down. I was really thankful for that. But yeah, man. We're at 2 hours 21 minutes.
I mean,
I don't want this to go too long, but how much time you got, man?
I've got all night. I'm not worried. But for
Hmm.
your time's sake, I'll try to shorten this. You asked me how where do I feel like the country's going with the divide?
Yeah, where does this lead?
It's really hard to say because honestly,
Yeah.
part of me expects a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit of violent pushback. Like I've already
Mm,
seen people like in videos having to physically defend themselves against
yeah.
these people in like public places.
Yep.
So I won't be surprised if there's physical retaliation, at least in
Here's the difference.
self-defense
That's what I was gonna
or
ask. That's what I was gonna ask. Is it gonna be self defense or is it gonna be um unprovoked political violence toward the left from the right?
I think it's mostly going to be self-defense, like
Yeah, that's kind of my forecast too, to
self-defense
be honest.
because the what this has shown me yeah, because like everything that's happened immediately and on like either immediately and up to now has been so little physical violence. No one's taking shots at Kamala Harris. No one's taking shots at insert Democrat politician here.
Yeah,
Or no one's even tried to kill Hassan Piker or Destiny, and they're the most vile human beings imaginable
yeah, they're horrible. They're just
on stream.
bro, those are the type of those are the type of people you don't kill. You just take pity on them, like battle beast type shit, bro. Like you promised me great warriors, bro. Killing you would prove nothing. Like you just get pissed that you would ever get set up as with them as a challenger. You would just forfeit out of principle, bro.
I don't take. I'll be honest with you. I don't take pity on them. I just can't right now. I
I
can't.
mean, I don't either,
Fuck,
but they're
man.
certainly
Credit to
pathetic.
Erica.
They're certainly pathetic. They don't deserve a warrior's death.
They are. I was gonna say.
Live with your
I was gonna
shame.
say
One.
credit to Erica Kirk for straight up forgiving. To Erica Kirk for forgiving the guy who killed her husband because holy hell, man, I don't know if I'd be able to do that. If it was my
Well,
wife or anyone in my family.
yeah, and that's
I don't
that's
know.
the that's the
No, man.
crux of that's the crux of forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't mean you're excusing their actions. It doesn't mean you even forget them. The forgiveness is for you
Hey,
to free your mind, your heart, your spirit from hatred. That's what forgiveness is for. It's not absolution on the part of the
no.
guilty party. It's liberation of your spirit from hatred.
Right. I understand that. Yeah. That I get that. Someone does that to you, it just
That shit
you
doesn't
know
happen overnight, bro.
you even want to.
Not immediately. Not immediately.
Like if you were to ask me if I forgive the guy for killing Charlie Kirk, I don't know how the hell I could answer that.
Yeah, bro.
He's a stranger to me, but I don't even know if I could say I forgive him or not. And that dude was a stranger.
I
Charlie
mean,
Kirk wasn't my best.
yeah. I think I've said everything I could say without repeating myself at this point. So, I think we're good to sign off for tonight, bro.
Can I say one last thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's one last thing that just came up to me.
Yep.
What is gonna be my concern is because you kind of brought this up is gonna be like the federal response. Not going into like to theories about who or what all parties is involved with Charlie Kirk's death, but just going forward how the new administration is gonna try to handle from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Because so far we at least have some course correction. Actions are being taken, but it's just for the future.
Yeah.
No,
Mm-hmm.
because from what I'm seeing, there's a lot of people that need to go. There's a lot of people that need to go before they put another Charlie Kirk in 6 feet. But seeing the tributes to Charlie Kirk all over the world and in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
needs some faith back in humanity.
Yeah,
Happy to see that.
you can take some solace in that for sure. But yeah, man. I think we're good to sign off now. Yeah, guys, this has been your episode of the Monkey Paw. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Um, I'm gonna do. I think I'll be recording 2 videos tomorrow. One of them is gonna be the book review for Soul Cage, or the DNF explanation for Soul Cage. I made a community post about what happened to my latest review of Devil May Cry Episode 4. The video is available on a different platform. You'll find the link there. I'm still disputing the video. I don't know if I'll push for an appeal because I'm just tired of getting struck and having to wait 3 fucking months for it to disappear. I've been trying to fight this shit. I'm just gonna have to find ways to circumvent the issue. It's still fucking annoying and disgusting. Like I said, I'll demonstrate the abuse of the copyright system. I'm gonna make a video about that shit. Don't you worry. But yeah, man. Don't forget to like, share, hype, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube shit. Click the links in the description. Keep your fingers on the pulse of Cosmogoth. This has been your gracious host, Kaine Walker. This has been my co-host, Soups. And we will see you all again next time. Peace.
Rest in peace, Charlie.
Rest in peace, Charlie.